Just we've got a little bit bigger of a group. Colleen, go ahead and start.
Just your thoughts on that Sam Girard trade and what you're looking at Kulak coming in.
Well, I think hopefully it's a good trade for our team and it's a good trade for G. You know, like G's been an unbelievable teammate, a great player for this organization. I think it's 8.5 years now, and obviously part of our Stanley Cup championship team in 2022, and it's sad to see guys like that go, but I think could be a good move for him, a little bit more opportunity, and I think for us you're getting a big solid D that can skate and defend real well and move the puck, and like he does a lot of good things, a guy that's been to back-to-back Stanley Cup finals and was an integral part of their blue line and what they were trying to do as a team, and I mean we like the player a lot, and so we're excited.
Aaron, then Jesse.
You said a couple of times about Girard that it would be maybe a good opportunity for him. Like last year, you played Ryan Lindgren a lot on the second pair. This year, it's Brent Burns. Like, what is it about his game over the last 3-4 years do you feel that like just pushed him down the lineup?
I don't think it's one thing in particular. Like I just think it's, you bring certain guys in, it's matchups, who they're playing against, who they have success against on the defending side of it, and can they still help create offense on the other side of it against, say, certain lines and certain teams that you play. And obviously Burns, he's having a really good year for us again. He's a big, strong guy, that plays against other teams' top six all the time and has his whole career and has done a nice job at doing that and still producing offense. And for Lindgren, it was probably a little bit of the grit and physicality and meanness around the net. So, and I think it's, G's done a nice job there too for us over the years at different times. And so it's hard to just pinpoint one thing. It's just feel, I think, and the way your pairs match up and how you feel like they're playing and when they're having success. It's a little bit like, say, Sam Malinsky. We talked about him in the past, like where he'd play against third pair or third and fourth lines and have a ton of success. When he moved up to the lineup, he wouldn't. And now that's trending the other direction, right? So, I guess I can't really pinpoint it, but it's just a little bit of everything.
Jesse?
With the way that the decor has kind of come together here in the last, let's say, 2 seasons, you end up with Sam Malinsky, Sam Girard, Kale. Would you say that this is a move that gives you guys something a little bit different than maybe having guys who are kind of similar archetype? Is that fair?
Yeah, no question. I mean, this is a big, strong guy that defends really well. He's got a ton of experience as well, so it's just a different look for us, right? It's a guy like that. I think Kulak's a guy that, depending on how you're matching up in the playoffs, that he can go up and play with a guy like Kale if I want to move Taser against another team's top line. Like, you're trying to think of all the scenarios, right? It wouldn't be any different from the way Team Canada was built or Team USA. You can argue with Team USA's like personnel decisions all you want, and the ones that I saw a lot was like, well, it's Trocheck and Miller, why isn't it Caulfield and somebody else? Well, their penalty kill goes 18 for 18. It's part of the reason why they won gold. So it's tough to, so when you start going through different scenarios, I think of Taser and Kale playing with McKinnon and Pickett, whoever your opponent is. Dallas doesn't want to play the Hintz and Mikko Rantanen line against McKinnon, and you want those guys together. Like Taser or Kale has to defend the other team's top line. You still want one of them playing, again with McKinnon to help create the offense and keep the same kind of rhythm of your team. Well, maybe Kulak can go up and Taze can go down, and he can take care of that matchup with a guy like Manson. It gives us flexibility there that I don't think we necessarily had with G.
Corey, then Evan.
Is he going to play tomorrow? And then also, what about your 4 gold medal guys?
So he's going to play tomorrow. He'll be traveling into Utah tonight. We're going to leave some guys back, and they're going to join us tomorrow in Utah. They're going to fly in the morning and try to give them as much rest as they can. So the bulk of the team's going now, and then the rest of the guys will come in tomorrow, and we'll go from there.
It's rare for a coach to be around. Like, he was a kid. Sam was a kid when he showed up. To be here, and you've watched him grow up, not just as a player, but as a human. What has that been like from your position? And how has he grown?
Oh, he's been amazing. Like, G's an unbelievable teammate, and this guy has given us everything he's got on a nightly basis the whole time he's been here, and what did I say, 8.5 years, right? He's a young guy coming in, playing his first year pro, and like really jumped in and helped us with our turnaround, our rebuild, all the way to a championship and then some. And I think, personally, he went through some tough times, came out the other side a better person. He's got a family now. Like, he's a great guy. I wish him nothing but the best. And that's why I said, like, this isn't just about us trying to get better. I think it also could be a better situation for G now where he's at with his career. There could be more opportunity there, different defense group in Pittsburgh, a team that's up and coming and still in the playoff spot. So hopefully it works out for, not just us, but also for G and Kulak as well.
John?
As you're a day away now, and to the outside, it seems like 8 guys chasing a completely different goal on completely different teams, and then pivoting back to the Avalanche would be a challenge.
Yeah.
Players weren't too concerned.
Yeah.
How do you feel today entering that?
Well, I feel okay about it because I think like we've had a focus group. Like, they've proven that over the course of the season that like we have goals in mind as a team, and our guys have been focused and preparing for that on a nightly basis since we started training camp, right? And it's not like they're going to forget that over the 2.5 weeks that they've been gone, right? And I think that would have been more of a challenge for the guys going to the Olympics to get invested in that than it will be for them to come back and get invested in what we're doing. I worry about fatigue, I worry about our schedule, I worry about a lot of things, but not really. I worry that we didn't, we haven't put our team on the ice together yet. Like, there's teams that had no guys go to the Olympics. One guy, they've just gone through a full training camp to get ready and be sharp for tomorrow night, and we're practicing with 11, 12 guys, but that's not something that's going to linger and last over the course of these 5 games and 7 nights either. They'll get back into it. It will present a little bit of a challenge for us not having gone through some things as a team, but I think we did everything we can do to get our guys that were here ready, and they looked really good again today, and I think their attitudes are right. I think the guys coming from the Olympics are sharp and ready to go. They've just been playing some of the most intense hockey that they've ever played, so we should be able to piece it together here for tomorrow night.
You last one, Sean, go ahead.
Hey, Jared, when you've built as good a record as you guys have to this point, as good teams you have, with the trade deadline coming up, how do you kind of balance here's what we could use to tweak this versus our chemistry, don't mess with the chemistry kind of thing? What do you think you need when you've built as good a record?
You want to try and be as deep as you possibly can going into this thing, right? Like, we like the guys we have. They're all doing a great job, no question. If we can get deeper, stronger in certain positions, and I'm sure like C-Mac and Joe and the staff will try and do that, We like the team we have, but any pieces that we can add just adds more depth, more options for like the riggers that come ahead. For me, I'm more focused on, we've been great to this point in the year. We just had a month dip, with some injuries and whatnot, some adversity, and then the big break that kind of slows things down for us. It's resetting, refocusing, and like starting out trying to have a really good 10-game segment again and keep fighting for first place in the division, conference, league, all that. Because that's the goals we set at the start of the year. It doesn't change now just because we had a good first half.
Finish with Colleen.
Kind of on that note that you were talking about earlier, as far as the fatigue goes, and we talked about before they went on break that kind of factored into the couple losses. Do you feel that the guys that needed the rest, that were a little banged up, have recovered? And Brent Burns was just talking about how these last couple of practices were like the hardest that he's had all season, so just kind of getting them back into that shape.
Yeah, I think so. That's a long time off, and guys will have done things on their own at different levels of intensity, I think, what they felt they needed, and we got a lot of experienced pros that we've trusted all year. I trust that they did what they needed to do, and then I think, for me, the practice is it's me also adding in what I think they need and what I think we need to be ready to play a good hockey game tomorrow night. But I think for certain that the guys that needed rest, that had injuries, that this break will have done them good, you know. And the Olympians, they didn't really have a choice. They went and did what they needed to do. So I'm more concerned about, you know, stacking fatigue on fatigue in the first 5 games and 7 nights for them than I am about the rest of the group getting back up to speed.
Yeah, thanks, Jeremy.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it, sir.
Yeah.